Have you ever stepped into a space that instantly feels like a warm embrace from the past, wrapped in charm, elegance, and rustic whispers of simpler times? That, my friend, is the soul of a vintage cottage. And when you pair it with the timeless beauty of natural wood accents, magic truly happens. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of that magic, elegant vintage cottage decorating ideas that blend soft nostalgia with rich, wooden warmth to transform any home into a cozy, storybook retreat. Let's start with the foundation, color palettes. Vintage cottage style thrives on soft, muted tones like cream, sage green, dusty rose, and antique white. These shades create an atmosphere that's light, welcoming, and just the right amount of worn-in. To elevate this look, integrate natural wood elements. Think reclaimed wooden beams, honey-toned flooring, and weathered oak furniture. The contrast between these gentle hues and the sturdy presence of wood creates a balanced, lived-in feel that never goes out of style. Next, focus on furniture that tells a story. A distressed farmhouse table, a high-back wooden rocker, or an antique armoire with hand-carved details can serve as your room's focal point. Don't be afraid to mix and match. Vintage cottage style is all about personality. Pair a carved mahogany mirror with a whitewashed dresser, or place a rustic wooden bench beneath a gallery wall of vintage botanical prints. The goal is to let your space evolve with charm, texture, and character. Now let's talk textiles. Layering is key. Think lace curtains fluttering against wooden framed windows, embroidered pillows resting on a reclaimed wood bench, and chunky knit throws tossed over an aged leather armchair. Natural fabrics like linen, cotton, and wool in faded floral or gingham patterns complete the look, while bringing warmth and comfort into the room. Don't underestimate the power of small wooden accents. A set of hand-turned candlesticks on the mantel, a carved wooden tray on your coffee table, or even wooden pegs on the wall for hanging straw hats and linen aprons. They all add subtle rustic touches that elevate the vintage feel. Wooden picture frames, mirror borders, and shelf brackets can also enhance the theme without overpowering the elegance. Lighting plays a crucial role in setting the vintage mood. Choose fixtures with classic lines, like wrought iron sconces, wooden chandeliers, or lamps with ceramic and wood bases. Soft, warm bulbs that mimic the glow of candlelight help bring that intimate, old-world ambience to life. If possible, incorporate candle lanterns or even a few vintage oil lamps as decor. Functional or not, they enrich the charm of the space. Your kitchen can be a true centerpiece in this decorating journey. Open wooden shelves filled with antique china, copper pans hanging from a wooden rack, and vintage-style hardware on cabinets make every inch of your cottage kitchen feel like a step back in time. Add a butcher block countertop or a reclaimed wood island, and suddenly, your kitchen becomes the heart of nostalgic beauty. And finally, accessorize with intention. Every piece should feel like it has a story. From a stack of time-worn books tied in twine to a wooden crate repurposed as a magazine holder, it's the details that make a space sing. Incorporate vintage clocks, botanical sketches in wooden frames, and even heirloom wooden boxes or chests to bring it all together. To carry the vintage cottage charm into the bedroom, focus on creating a serene retreat. Begin with a wrought iron or wooden spindle bed frame, preferably one with a distressed or antique finish. Dress it with layers of vintage-inspired linens, faded florals, hand-stitched quilts, ruffled edges, and soft cotton throws. Mix textures generously. A tufted velvet pillow beside a faded ticking stripe bolster adds both contrast and character. Nightstands made of reclaimed wood or antique tables bring depth, especially when paired with dainty glass lamps or wooden candle holders. You might even consider hanging a delicate lace canopy or using sheer drapes around the bed to soften the space and invoke that romantic, old-world feeling. Above the bed, hang a time-worn wooden frame, either empty for texture or filled with pressed wildflowers or old family photos. In the bathroom, elegance and rustic simplicity go hand in hand. A pedestal sink or a repurposed wooden vanity immediately sets the tone. Add an ornate vintage mirror with a distressed wooden frame to reflect light and create visual interest. Open shelves made of aged timber can hold rolled linen towels, handmade soaps, and antique jars filled with cotton balls or bath salts. Moving into the hallway or entryway, think of it as your home's first impression. Here's where a weathered console table, perhaps with turned legs or chippy paint, becomes the perfect landing spot. Decorate it with a small antique lamp, a stack of old books, and a wooden bowl for keys or dried lavender. Let's not forget the dining room, a place to gather, connect, and share. A long farmhouse-style table made from worn wood instantly sets a vintage tone. Pair it with mismatched chairs, painted, distressed, or raw, and perhaps a built-in or freestanding hutch displaying your collection of vintage dishware. With these elegant vintage cottage decorating ideas, enhanced by the soul-stirring warmth of wood, you're not just decorating a house, you're crafting a home steeped in charm, character, and timeless beauty. So whether you're redesigning a single room or transforming your entire space, let these ideas inspire you to create a sanctuary where vintage elegance and rustic comfort meet in perfect